All right. Okay, so the audio is working tonight, which is awesome because it wasn't working the other night when we started. All right. Welcome back. Uh Meant to stream earlier today and just never got around to it. We have been plagued by sickness at my house at the moment. My wife is sick. Zach is sick. Everybody's sick except me. I seem to be. My deal with the devil seems to prevent me from getting ill. So I might just move that way a bit. There we go. Yeah. So it looks like my whatever arrangements I've come to with Satan um seems to have precluded me from getting the flu with them this time. They're really struggling actually. Zach's been sick since Friday, and he missed work on the weekend and really hasn't been very well. He has class tomorrow. He's back from school holidays. His uni starts up again, and I would suggest he's probably not going to go. And what else? And Harriet this evening, we had a public holiday here in Sydney today, and so she and I decided to wash the dog, and that's always a joy. If you, we have a spoodle. He's old now, so he's not as energetic as he used to be, and so back in the day, he was a handful to wash. Like he for the first, I'd say six or 7 years of his existence, I just refused to do it. I was just like, no shot. He's too hard. He squirms too much. He's just too hard to manage. And so I would pay the $80 every other month or whatever it was to have him professionally groomed. Just easier. And then we would wash him. So it was the clipping and stuff, right? It was just too much. So we'd kind of wash him off ourselves every, I don't know, week and a half, whatever the cycle of dog washing is. And then they'd trim him. And then he got a little bit older. I think he got sort of like 7 or 8 years old, and he sort of settled down quite a bit. He just got older. And so then we just started clipping him ourselves. So now we just get the clippers out and just give him he's like a sheep. Just shear him. But unfortunately, even that can be a little bit challenging. And so I don't really like doing it that often. So we do it sort of every couple of months. Like he doesn't look like he's going to win any prizes or anything, but you know, it's good enough. But now he's old. And so washing him and everything is just, it's its own set of challenges. He's 12, which is old for a dog, right? Like a dog years, you know, what are they, like 7 years or whatever to a human year? So he's what they refer to now as a senior dog. He's old. I would suspect in the next, and it's quite funny. He's very good natured dog. He just loves people, and he's just a really nice dog. But he's old, and his hearing is going. So basically, we just assume he's deaf now. We could probably get him tested or whatever, but it's nothing he can do. He's just old. So he's on the final straight, I think, which is sad. You know, you don't like to see them get that way, and you know, so Anyway, we watched him today, and that's a bit of an interesting episode. And then Harriet just got really sick. She got what Zach was having, which is sneezing and wheezing and coughing and spluttering. But I'm okay. I don't feel sick. I feel a little bit like I could get sick. I'm a bit warm. But sitting in front of a bright light doesn't help me. I'll drink lots of water because, talking for 2 hours or whatever. So, yes, this is going to be a short stream, I think. Probably 2 hours or something. And we'll call it. I just kind of want to get a couple games in. Do it again tomorrow night. Get maybe a couple more hours. And then I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm anticipating the FM23 drop to happen. It's usually 2 weeks or whatever before release. So I would imagine sometime around that Friday. So the 25th, somewhere around that time frame, I anticipate we'll see the FM23 beta. And so that means we've only got 2.5-3 weeks left in the FM22 cycle. So what I might do is start playing Infinity off stream on my second screen and see how far I can get it between streams, and just sort of do an update at the beginning of stream on where we're at with the Infinity save, and then just jump into the save. Because otherwise, we're at tier 9, right? At the rate we play, we won't even get to the football leagues before the end of the month. So I think I'll play it a bit off stream, and then just update stream when I come back and see how far we get. Oh, it won't be that far, but anyway, we'll have a run at it, see how we go. And then when the FM23 beta drops, we'll see what's in it and go from there. We'll probably just stream that for a week or two. And then when the full version drops, I'm on holiday. So I've taken 2 weeks off work. Not for FM. Actually, I gotta be honest. I took 2 weeks off work. I took a week off work from the 27th or 28th of October for Modern Warfare 2, because that drops on that day. So I took a whole week off to play Modern Warfare 2. I had to take some leave for work. I had too much leave, so they made me take some. And then I had another week kicking around of time off that I was owed. And so I've extended it out because FM22 or FM23 comes the week after. So I'll be on leave when that comes. So I think what I'll do for FM23 is I'll start the 2 saves. So I'll start a YouTube save. So on the YouTube channel, if you're watching the stream on YouTube, this channel, I'll do a YouTube save, long-term save. And then that'll be kind of I don't know how you describe it, non-league to legend kind of save, where it's about me as a manager getting promoted up, and then and getting better jobs, and then on stream, got to think about what we'll do on stream for FM23. I'm thinking I'd like on stream, depending on how quickly some of the extended databases get out, there's a couple of saves I'd like to do. And one of them is to start Infinity again. If the level 10 database gets dropped fairly quickly, what I might do is just edit it to put Infinity and level 10 back in the Wessex Premier or Wessex Division 1 where they were at the beginning of this one, and then go from there and just play Infinity out through all of next year, or at least until we get to a point. And then that's one idea, and I have a couple of others kicking around for stream saves for FM23. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, that's where we are. So I'm going to probably start playing this save off stream now, as well, to try and just progress it along a little bit. But anyway, enough chitter chatter. We're having a shorter stream tonight, so let's get stuck into the game. Let's move that over there. There we go. Where did we get to? We've won our last couple of games. We're tied for second on points, but our goal differential is just not good enough. We give up too many goals. And we're, on win percentage, we're pretty close to number one. So that little dip there in form, but we've bounced back now. So good for us. Oh, yes, fake manager retired. Poor fake manager. So I created a fake manager because I wanted to get rid of the potato faces. So now Rowan Lawson, he already had a face in the game. Paul Corcoran. Who else? Mikey Small. They all have faces. They're all real looking people. There's no more potato faces on the team. So to do that with Zealand's new game manager thing, you have to create a manager who's not in any club, and then using the scouting tool, go out and look for all the new gens and update them, and then you can retire the manager after. So that's what we did with fake manager. So we no longer have potato faces. We do have a silhouette face. Liubi just he's not a real person apparently. So that's very sad for him. Anywho, we proceed. So we'll trigger a pass. Yep. Short kicks, Bill. Nah, we'll keep that there. So they're suggesting a lot of changes, but I don't think we're going to make a lot of changes. Taylor is tired, and so is Santoro. We could, and Graham. Yeah, so we've got a lot of tired legs, but I think the problem we've got is our substitutes have just not been very good this year. Our bench just isn't that strong. So what I might do is I'll put Hassel in there. And you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just play it safe. We'll make that one small change. Who else should we put on the bench? We'll put him in there. Okay, so now we have some cover in most positions. And we'll drop with that. Yep. We know they're lacking in match fitness, but nothing we can do. Okay. Get Gravita out of the team. He's the best player on the side. Okay. Oh, hey, we're in our golds today. Always love it when we play in our gold kit. Gold kit looks super. So does the black, actually. But anyway, it's the highlight for me is the kits. Hey, Gadan. Hey, thanks for the follow, buddy. All right, Corcoran now has that ball. He's got Taylor, and we find Kyle Burt out on the wing. Burt's gonna cross it over to nobody in particular, but can't now. Picks it up. Oh, thunderous shot! Thought he was gonna ping one in from there. We should press more. When they gave us the ball, we need to take it. That dude has a really big name. Oh, nice ball over the top. Dinked him. Yikes. Not what we wanted. It was that dude with a long name. Prezhlipovsky, I think it is. It's a good that's a pretty serious finish, man. Gotta give that guy credit for that. He dinked the keeper. It was a good play by that man. We just need to be a little bit better here. We've just got some tired legs. We're not particularly playing well. Getting chances, but don't know. We're just not getting shots on target. Huh. I think we're going to have to go throw water bottles around the joint. I'm happy with your performance. Okay, let's go do that. Hey, easy. Oh, come on, man. Got to put those ones away. I think we're getting punished for turning the game off when we were winning. Oh, why is Taylor dropped back so far? I guess that's the rule, I suppose. Oh, slide it through. I mean, there's a lot of nice little short passing here, but hassle. That's not good enough, man. Demand more. A lot of tired guys. We have a lot of tired legs. Okay. I'm gonna have to do that. Probably going to have to do that. And who else could come off? Wow. Okay. Yeah, we may have to go. What is he? Is he a right footer? He's left. He's just going to have to play out there. And hope for the best. Let's demand more again. Nope, didn't help us. Let's go attacking. Oh! Is that a penalty? Oh, no. We just haven't. That's... Game just punished us for turning off the game. That's disappointing. It seems to be the way with this save. We sort of have this middle period in September and October where we're kind of hit and miss, and then that is truly disappointing. We've just given up all kinds of ground. So we have this middle like that team. They're 11th. They should never beat us. We should just be better than them. So that's disappointing. Unlucky. Yeah. I guess I'm not loving our offensive play. I got to be honest. We just don't seem to be creating a lot of chances. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're not creating a lot. Cluet. Is he any good? Like, am I going to sign this dude? Let's compare him to Leg. They're kind of the same player, if we're going to be honest with each other. He's just a bit older. No, I'm not going to sign him, so he can go. Midfielder. Nah. Let's use the suggested training. I'm looking forward to the new recruitment center in the new game. That actually kind of looks useful. I actually think I would use it quite a bit because I could plan out what my side is going to look like and where the gaps are. We need to win this Lymington game. We need to get back in the winner's circle and go from there. Okay. I really can't afford to lose Lobie. But what is his transfer status? He has no major interest. He has a little bit of minor interest, so not really that fussed by him. Can we get him in on a trial? We should be able to. Like that, statistically, he looks pretty good. If he can play fullback or anything back there, that would be useful. Wow. Did we have him in on trial at some point? Let's compare him with Column. Yeah, he's not as good either offensively or defensively. Okay. What is he? He's big though. What's his work rate? Do we loan him in as cover? Yeah. They have an offer for him? Huh. He's already on loan. What is going on here? He's a Harlow player. He's on loan. And he can be recalled. Do I just want to try and buy him? Yes. Let's try and buy him. Because that's pretty useful for him to be able to cover both positions. Okay. He's on an amateur contract. I could sign him. Oh, he's not interested. Fair enough. Okay, bro. Oh, my brain just stopped working for a second there. Okay, let's see what he wants. Breakthrough prospect. Yeah, okay, we could make that work. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You can get a 25-pound appearance fee. And we'll give you a 150-pound signing on bonus. And that's all we can do, eh? We can drop that up to 200 pounds. Nah, we'll have to let that go because we're not going to sign that guy. What is our finances? What do they look like? We're 80 grand in the hole. Lovely. What is our income? So our income's up this month because we sold a player. I don't think we're gonna. I mean, we won't break even for the month, but we won't bleed money. We're sort of getting to that point now where the growth of, I think our attendance is up, right? I think that's helping. So home matches, no, not really. Yeah, oh, that was a friendly. What about last year? How many people were we attracting? So this year at home we're getting 67, 66, 103. So what were we doing last year? The end of the season, 145, 70. Yeah, so you're drawing way more people last year. I guess the games were more meaningful at the end of the year, but anyway. That's fine. You're doing well. Love you a long time. That loss in the last game was painful. We really need a good bounce back game here. What we actually could have used, if we were being truthful with each other, is we could have used you can play Dubé. We could have used, I mean, other than the win, we could have used Gravita up front. We probably should have. We may need to investigate that a little bit more. Is slot Gravita up into the pressing forward position for a few games and see if he can maybe score a few goals, because we're just not scoring enough now. Let's see if we can bring him in on a trial. We're not scoring enough. Nice. Which is painful. Need to look at the squad depth for some of these lone players, see if they're going to help us. We could have handled a good FA Cup run this year. That would have helped us out a lot, but we just, I don't know. I don't even think it was too early in the season. I just think we just ran into a better side. And we paid the price very early on. Like, how many games are they? Like, we're just not. We're just not getting a lot of goals. Okay. Now Let's add in here, insert column, stats, general appearances. So, yeah, I mean, Taylor has 8 goal contributions from 13 games. We're just not getting enough contributions from our forwards. This save started at level 10, so we're at level 9 now. We had so in the first season, we finished second in the division by a point. And there was some kind of there's a bug in this version of the database that I'm using where it says that the top 2 teams get promoted, but then only one got promoted. And so we got all of our budgets and we got congratulated for promotion and all kinds of crazy. And then when the season rolled over, we didn't get promoted. So played the next season offline really quickly to see, and we did get promoted. We won the league the next year by 1 point. We brought back more or less the same team. We won the league last in that season by a point. And again, only one team got promoted out of that division, even though it said 2 should have. So there's a bug in this version of the database from Dan. So, but it doesn't happen after this, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we're in sort of I'm referring to it as the second season because I played the one offline to kind of make up for the fact that we should have been promoted and weren't. But yeah, we're now in level 9. I think is disappointing. This is sort of our best player. He's just kind of declining. I think I'm gonna try moving him up into that slot, and we'll do that. See how we go. Hopefully, maybe we could get some goal contributions. Like last year, Gravita was solid. Like when he came in, he was getting, I think he got like 20 odd goals or something last year. But for whatever reason, his goals dried up at the end of the season. It didn't really. It hasn't seemingly recovered. I just want to check that last year because last year he seemed to create a lot of goals with Taylor, playing off Taylor. Where were we? Squad, Gravita, history, career. So last year he had 22 goals and 37 appearances. So he has goals in him. Okay, nice. Okay, what's the deal here? What is our squad looking like at the moment? So he's playing, and he's playing well. This is where the problem is right now. The problem is these guys. We need to get Column back, I think. How much longer? He's out to another 3 to 6 weeks. Surely not. Jesus Christ. That's a long break, man. Do we have anyone in our youth setup who maybe is being overlooked? Nope. You're not being overlooked with any kind of malice, that's for sure. Okay. I don't really have anyone down there. Let's sort by position. Yeah, we don't really have any left defenders at all. Like, nobody seems to be able to play the left side. Huh. That's not ideal. What are we going to do here? I mean, we're sort of starting to run out of Egeland. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's all good. Sure, man. Because Egeland was great. Now he's just not. He's just seemingly fallen off. Whatever. We'll let that drop. We need to get somebody to play on the left side. Can you suggest anyone for there? And for there. Okay, so Grant Price, you're too slow. So you can wander off. Oh, wait a second. We almost lost you, Jake McHugh. Okay, let's see if we can get any of these guys in on a trial for a couple of weeks. And see if we can figure out who's worth bringing in or not. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the problem with these lower league saves is that for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, and I haven't quite worked it out yet. I think it's an FM22 thing, but your reputation does not improve as fast as the AI team reputation, right? So you move up a level, and if you move up fairly quickly, your reputation doesn't grow. And so players don't want to sign for you, or they want a lot of money to sign for you, or they sign for teams in lower divisions with a higher reputation for less money than you. There's some kind of a problem. Like when teams in lower leagues get promoted, it's like the reputational gain doesn't seem to happen fast enough. I've seen people play on Reddit and stuff and in Facebook groups where what they do is when they get promoted to a league up, like so they go from like 8th tier to 9th tier or something, they'll go in with the editor, the in-game editor, and they'll look at what the lowest reputation in that league is, and if they're below the lowest reputation in the league, they'll give themselves the lowest reputation in the league. I don't use the in-game editor at all. I have it disabled in this save, so I wouldn't do that anyway, but I think it's a problem. I think it's just you start getting down into these lower league saves, and FM doesn't really. It's not really designed for that. It can do it, obviously, but it's not really designed for that. So I think that's part of the problem. It's kind of annoying. I agree. So that bid was rejected, accepted, rejected, accepted, and he snubbed us. Okay, so looks like we're only going to get one of these guys in. We may just have to get the scouts onto it. We probably won't even have the time, to be honest. Okay. Mateusz Bruczynski. You may not be all that, mate. Alfie Davidson. No, you're too slow. Too slow. I'm a little bit concerned. Our squad depth isn't good enough. We've sold Callum. We may have to move Corcoran out to the right if Leg doesn't improve. Offers have been made for him. So this is an example of what you were saying, right? So this guy, I've offered a contract to him. He's been on trial with us. I would almost suggest, so Fulham Sports are in a tier below us, right? Because they're literally in the division we just came out of. And Winslow are in a division below us as well. Yeah, so they're in so the two teams that have offered for him are in the division below us, right? I would suggest that he will sign with one of those two clubs. He won't sign with us, even though we're in a division above. I don't know if they'll sign him for more money or not, but I doubt it. Because we pretty much, we negotiate on £5 a week, but so that's kind of painful. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I think I'm tempted to try the structure my assistant is suggesting. Yeah, that's right. That is a reputation thing, right? When they sign for clubs below you, that's a reputational issue, and that doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Okay, how did we lose 9,000 that month? Our expenditures are 15. Oh, and our revenue was 5. I thought we had more revenue than that. It was September. We had more revenue. Nice. Excellent. I don't care how much money we lose. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm not responsible for that part, but not being 100 grand in the hole in level 9, it's not an ideal situation. I had somebody in the last stream ask me, why don't you spend more effort developing your youth players? Yeah, they will eventually bail me out, right? But one of my goals for this save was to try and pretend like I wasn't playing a video game, right? Like if you're the manager of a small club, like there's lots of problems, like, right? If you think about it. So, I'm on 350 pounds a week, right? If you go to my squad, 80, 25, like the whole starting 11 make less than I do. Right? So you kind of got to at least make an effort to play a little bit realistic in that respect. Everybody still likes me. Where's he? So he's an attacking left. I don't really need an attacking left sided player. So we'll just move on from him. Okay. That one makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. See, that's I struggle with. Okay, I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what they suggested. And then I'm gonna just fix the bench. Yeah, my wages are way under budget as well. I'll show you them after this game. I don't need I don't really need to keep him on the bench. Like, you can come out for him. You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. So now we can replace the entire midfield if we wanted to, but we really struggle with our defensive players. Okay. We'll try it your way, game. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the match. My corners are going to be a problem. Corners. Attacking. Okay, I might leave that as it is. I think Corcoran is bigger. Okay. Yeah, that was useful. Oh, hey, nice. That's been happening this season a lot, where we just seem to toss the ball away aimlessly. Whereas before, in previous seasons, we were never that careless. Like, that's the problem. Isn't that it's just that we seem careless with the ball, which I'm not quite sure why that's happening. Okay. Oh, nice shot from range. Yeah, so I think our budget, so this was part of the problem with the way that the save worked out, right? Was that in season one, our wage budget was nothing. I think it was like £425 for the week or something. It was nothing. And then we finished second and it said we won promotion. Like, that is the waste I'm talking about. Anyway, so we won promotion. And immediately the board said, congratulations on being promoted. Your wage budget for next season is £1,000 a week. So it was more than double, right? Which is fairly significant for a small club losing this much money. And then we went into the summer. And when I saw that we didn't actually get that promotion, I didn't spend on players. I just kind of kept the budget tucked away. And then when we went through the second season, and because I was having to play it offline to try and catch up, I decided to to try and bring back all the same players. Come on. God damn, gotta put that one away. Yeah, I tried to bring back all the same players. So the wage budget was kind of under control. And then, well, that was a nice play by Scott. And now this year, our wage budget went up again to 1,300. I was offside. Or not. Okay, we'll take it. Our wage budget went from 1,000 to 1,300, but we did go up. So I decided I was going to actually try and. It's painful at this level. So yeah, I think we're at like 900. So we're well under budget for wages and stuff. So I have a bit of room. But even still, right? We're sort of bleeding money. Okay, let's do that. Oh, this guy Scott has been good. He was not very good before. Nice. He wasn't very good before, and now he seems to have picked up his play. Like, this game has had a lot of highlights for being only 28 minutes in. We are not very good defensively. I think it's probably safe to say. We are always on the back foot. I mean, what happened? Penalty? Every game. Last game was the only game that I can remember we didn't give up penalty. We had the game before where the goalie stopped 2 penalties. Oh. Like, that's his third saved penalty in 3 games. I don't know. There's something about this version of FM where if the game thinks you should lose, it gives you red cards and penalties to give the other team the goals it needs. Like, it's like the game has decided that we should lose this game, so we'll give you. That was a good free kick. We'll give penalties against you, and we'll give your players cards. You just knew this was coming. Like, you could just see it coming. We just sort of, like, they've just decided to pound us after we scored our second goal. I'm going to need to think about the tactics again, I think, because we're just not playing with any kind of possession. So therefore, we're always on defense, and we're just not good enough defensively. Oh. Yeah, this is one of those ones where we're getting FM'd, right? We're hitting posts and all kinds of crazy. Like, even though we were up 2-0, I just kind of figured we would lose. I would imagine we'll get a red card here any second now. Oh, don't need it. Like, this is ridiculous. We're a better team. We were up 2-0, and the game's going to basically just find a way for us to lose now. Who's not? Like half our team is playing like absolute garbage. I'm just going to have to play players out of positions. Let's demand more. Let's play attacking. This is just, and I don't know, man. It's a bit of a meme, but it always seems like if you're on a good run and you turn the game off, when you come back, you just get you just get smacked. Like, I can't quite work it out. Surely he's not offside. Nope. Yeah, I have a suspicion this one always felt like a draw. It just felt like the game had decided this would be a draw or we would lose. I suspect, yeah, that's right. You go on it. That's right. Doesn't matter about your team atmosphere or anything. You just go on a string of, you start drawing games that you should win. Like this one. Like, this is a game we should win. And this happens all the time. Why are we just giving the ball back all the time? Oh. Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. Like our players just turn the ball over. There's no need for that at all. I don't care if they're demotivated. It's kind of frustrating. We've now lost 2 games in a row that we should have won, and this is the string we'll go on. Last season when we won, we didn't lose a game. Yeah, no, that's right. The tactics won't do anything. It doesn't matter what I change now. Yeah. Like, I'm sick of this guy too. Yeah, let's just turn on him. Okay, good. We'll get rid of you. Now we won't play him. That's the answer for this. We'll just play somebody else back there because, like, basically, he's been terrible in the last 5 games. He's the worst starting player on our team. So, do we have anybody who can play that? Yeah, yeah, that does actually, especially as you move up, that actually is a problem. Apparently in FM23, that's even going to be more of an issue. The AI managers will adapt faster, apparently. So, you get to go to the bench. And candidly, I don't care who takes your place. Can we play in your spot? Prince. So that's good. We're happy with that. Warn him. There. See, like that's another one. So I've just had him. This player's come to me after the last game, said I was harsh on the team, right? And I tell him, you're just a player. Just shut up and play the game. Don't tell me how to manage. He says, I'm very unhappy. I then discuss with him and say he's being poor. He says, oh, I'm sorry. I'll try and be better. Okay. now you're not going to play. So yeah, we'll just stick him there. He can languish. Okay. Yeah, these two are not good. Our whole defense is terrible. What do we need to do tactically? I need to hold on to the ball more. Wait, why are those two the same? Oh, that's that weird diamond shape. Yeah. That stuff is weird when that happens. I agree. I think I'll just let it run for a bit. I've had similar situations where in a game I was playing earlier this year, we got promoted to the Premiership. I was playing with Charlton. We got promoted to the Premiership, and several of my players said they needed to move to a bigger club and ended up signing for clubs in the Championship. It was so random. You're just like, I don't understand. But, you know, see, this guy signed with a smaller club. Oh, no, it's same. No, is it the same? Hold on, where are we? Yeah, he signed at the same level, just a different club. I knew we were never going to sign him, so it didn't really matter. How much longer is he out for? Still 3-5 weeks. It's crazy. Tactics. Distribution. Okay, let's try that a bit. I had to get rid of even a lot of times they don't even make it prettier, right? Like the new gen faces, there was that post on Twitter that showed the new gen faces 5 years ago were much better than they are now. Doesn't make sense. And the game engine really hasn't changed. It's a little more fluid, but it's not okay. No, we're giving the ball away too easily. Let's try some of that. Let's just see if we can stop giving the ball away so easily. Okay. I think they get lost. Like it's. I always think with SI and FM I think it's a difficult thing, right? Because the game, its strength is its depth, right? It's a deep game. Um, but obviously their data tells them something that's completely different from what a lot of us see. Like if you watch Twitch saves or you hang out on Twitter and you read what people have to say about the game, it's fundamentally different. It's fundamentally different than what we see. Okay, so the losses have hurt. Okay, who cares? Yeah, so what we see when we play this game is, and what we watch is a lot of people playing very low league saves, very, very small clubs, and trying to build them into something. That's what a lot of what you see. And on Twitter, you see a lot of people playing in weird leagues and doing some pretty strange type things, which again is different than what you think would be normal. But I suspect SI's data tells them that the vast majority of players, and I would say the vast majority of players, are playing as Liverpool and Manchester United and Real Madrid and Inter or Borussia Dortmund or Bayern Munich or something like that. I suspect PSG. I suspect that their data is showing them that the overwhelming vast majority of players play this game at the top tier with huge clubs and try and buy Erling Haaland, buy Haaland, buy all the best players, Mbappe, and it's they're just trying to collect Los Galacticos, basically. I think that's what their data tells them is happening. And then that forces them to work on things like AI management, where the AI is constantly evolving and trying to match your tactical changes and that sort of stuff. Because if you oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll use that. Hey, I've reached 100 games. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, if you play that way, where you're Manchester United and you're collecting Wonder Kids and Superstars and Chelsea, then having the game adapt to you adds challenge. It's the only way to add challenge. If you have basically an unlimited budget and can just go spend to your heart's content, the only way to do anything about that Oh, what a shock. So where did he end up? Winslow United. So he took less money. So this is what we were talking about. This dude took less money to go play at a club below us, in a league below us. Like, I don't really understand how that makes sense. But anyway. So yeah, I think that's what's going on. And so then what ends up happening is a lot of those mechanics that they put in to try and balance the game at that top tier for people who are playing in level 8 of the English pyramid, the game becomes weirdly balanced. Yeah, that does happen too. When they come to renew their contract, they renew it for a lot less. I had that in the first season with one of my players. He signed for the maximum I could give him, and then I just, midway through the season when his contract was due for renewal, I signed him for half. But in this tier, it's not a lot of money, but it's a little bit. So there's some frustrating parts. I'd like, it's unfortunate, right? Like, I understand the position SI is in with respect to it's they can't really how do I say it? They can't really be expected to figure out how to balance the game. I'm not going to play him, so he may as well play for them. They can't really be expected to balance the game down to level 11, right? Or level 12 or whatever level Dan and those guys get the game up to. But, so we've done okay in that regard. Great. Doesn't help us. You're too small. So I kind of appreciate that there's not a lot they can do in that respect, but it doesn't make it any easier. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try those instructions for the next match. Sure, let's go down that. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to team selection. Now we need to fix this so that our corner pieces, attacking corners. Really? That's weird. That's kind of odd. Okay. Okay. You can go there. You get somebody who can play some form of defense. Like, this would be the guy I'd like to sign. Don't really have anyone who can play any kind of defensive position, but we'll do that. And we'll drop him in there. Dubé can play the wing. Never mind. Oh, we should have Brennan. Who can play both sides. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Well, let's see how we go. We need to end. So this is a match we should win. This is a club below us. We should go out and just kind of give them a bit of a spanking. But we're down. We're into that phase of the game. So yeah, I kind of understand some of it, right? Like I understand why it is like it is, but doesn't make it feel any better. So for context, I've been playing this game for nearly 30 years. I grabbed this game in my last year of high school. So that would have been 92. And yeah. Ooh, good save. So I've been playing this game for basically 30 years. And the rate of innovation in the last 5 to 7 years has absolutely been the lowest I've seen in all that time. Really not a lot has changed. I need to maybe make some changes here, I think, because Bert is not playing well. So let's get him on. We'll move him into an inverted winger position. Who else isn't playing well? Hassel. Let's get Santoro on. Okay. Yeah, and like I wouldn't say they're complaints, right? I have things that frustrate me. So, for example, this is running on a Ryzen 5900X, and so this is a Ryzen 5900X. So that's 12 cores, 24 threads. This is basically a single-threaded game. During simulations, this game should be on this PC should be flying, but it doesn't. I've got a 3070. Realistically, this should be using the GPU more. Barely uses the GPU at all. And that whole single-threaded, multi-threaded, multi-core situation is really one where, are they going to score here? Of course they are. You could just see that coming. Like make substitution. Who's tired? The goalkeeper. Look at that. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so that whole multi-core, single-core thing, that's kind of been for the last few years, that's kind of gotten to the point of being almost unacceptable, right? That the game, like I understand the programmatic side of it with respect to, so they've now got more shots than us. Why are we playing cautious? Let's go play positive. So like programmatically, it's hard to rewrite a simulation engine like this to be multi-core. But, you know, like if you have a 3 or 5 year roadmap, fuck. If you have a 3 to 5 year development roadmap that says, okay, we'll do that over time, then there's really offside. You can just tell that we're not going to win this game. Like you can just see it a mile away. The game has decided for us not to win. Yes, that's right. Hey, Tony. Yes, that is exactly right. They make enough. They've sold enough. They've sold enough copies of this game. They've sold enough copies of this game now that they really, every year, that they should be able to have invested in it. And this is awful. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. But I hear them say, like, we're going to invest in building out the women's game database, which is fine, right? I'm not one of those troglodytes who say, oh, there shouldn't be a women's game, whatever. I don't give a shit about that stuff. Like, if they want to build that, it's their game, do whatever they want. But if they're willing to invest in that, right, then why not invest as well, but as well, in a long-term programming effort to make the game multi-threaded across the board. That would make a lot of sense to me. Just invest in it. Just it takes a couple of years, so be it. Who's gonna miss? I'm just wondering which of our players is gonna miss. Because you can tell this has been a setup for us to lose. Like our keeper's not even looking like he's pretending to make a save. Oh, poor Brennan. That's unfortunate, Isaac. Oh, I genuinely thought he was going to miss. I thought that's how the game rolls. Now our keeper, who in the previous 3 matches has saved 3 penalties, has not even looked like pretending to stop a shot. He at least dove the right way this time. The guy who I've just had an argument with, guarantee he's going to miss. Oh, or not. Part of this is me trying to psych myself up so that I'm excited that we win. If we win. But again, this is a team below us. You reckon 7th? Okay. Fair enough. You're predicting it. Oh, look at you. You got it in 1. You should win a prize. And I bet you they'll stroke the ball right down the middle of the net. My keeper will dive to his right. They'll put it right down the middle. My keeper will dive to his right. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So this is our best player. Oh, I thought he was going to sky that one. Now, will our keeper stop 2 in a row? This is sort of how the script tends to play. Is now our keeper will stop this as well. Or he'll miss, or he'll hit a post or something. Nope. Okay. I'm going to give up trying to predict this. So this is the club's all-time leading goal scorer. Oh, dear. I can't remember ever getting to this deep in a penalty shootout before. I can't remember it. Hey. The good guys won. We didn't deserve that, if we're being honest. Okay. Hopefully it turns our form. Not convinced. I agree. Not a performance that one-sided. Wait, what? What are you... Fans don't know what they're talking about. Fans are Muppets. Yep. Taylor on form in the shootout. Good job. Wait, what? It feels like you're very keen to put it after your performance. Do you think that's a bit unnecessary? Okay. Great. Nothing is going my way at all. Like, nothing, absolutely nothing is going my way. Like, I can't even talk to the players right now. This is a little bit frustrating. How are the earbuds, Tony? So we've fallen 7 points back of Christchurch. We are 6 back with a game in hand. Well, it could be worse, I guess. It could be worse. I'll show you the... well, let's just get this out of the way. We got Romsey. So we went up. So Romsey was the team that went up in the first season. They finished first and we finished second. We both should have went up. They went up. We didn't. So when we let's look at this. So schedule. So we were on a 3-game winning streak to start the season. We got smacked by Romsey. We promptly proceeded to get belted for the next 2 games by teams that are well below us. We then won 2 in a row. We lost that. That was a cup match. Then we came back and that was a friendly. I set up a friendly to kind of try and get us playing better again. We came back from those. We won both games. Then we lost these 2. That's when we come back from save. So we rejoined the stream. But what's crazy? So this was the first season, right? When we were in level 10. And you can see form not great, right? Really not good. So this was all on stream. And then in November, we started to kind of find our feet in November. We got some wins, but we weren't great. And then watch from here. Watch from December. December onwards. We just basically were... This was only loss was in a cup match. So we got a couple of draws. But we finished second by 1 point. So that was kind of a bummer, right? But again, terrible start to the season. Really, really average. Then the next season, this was when we played off stream. And again, really pretty ordinary start to the season. And we lost the League Cup. And then we just went on this tear. And we didn't lose another game the whole year. And, we didn't lose a single game. We didn't drop a point in after January 1st. So this year, like, again, pretty ropey start. So I'm hoping at some point, we get into this part of the season, we just kind of run the board. But it's just been a very strange, set of seasons with this club. It's been very unusual. I'm not sure why the form was like that. And it's not like we're changing a whole bunch of stuff either. No, we'll take a pass on that. Oh, actually, let's go look at. So this dude we brought in that can play all three positions. Kind of not great at any of them. I mean, I'm tempted to sign him on a loan just because he can play. He's outspoken and confrontational. Excellent. I'm tempted to sign him just for the versatility. That's a pretty versatile guy. Let's see if we can get him on a loan. We'll call him a fringe player. Huh. Okay. Cool. That'll give us some coverage across the entire back, which is sort of what we need. But right now, Corcoran is kind of our best. And that makes sense because Leg has been pretty terrible. When is his contract up? Okay, so we won't be renewing that. He's just not been good. Let's look for. Let's go look at guys who we can maybe loan or whatever. Okay, how tall are you? I can't even see that. I think it's 184 centimeters. 181. You're pretty quick. You're pretty fast. You're a bit short, but okay. Let's see if we get him in on a trial for a couple weeks. $186. Again, maybe we can get him in on trial for 2 weeks. I'm a little bit concerned this guy's going to be too slow. But we'll leave that for now. Okay. Wow. You look pretty old for 17, my guy. Okay. Let's see if we can get him in. Yeah. Okay. You look like you're 12. Yeah. And he's a left footer. I'm not sure we'll be able to get him in on a trial, but let's try. Normally just try and bring some guys in on trials Tell me about yourself. What is the... No, I'm not doing that again. Transfer. What is his status? He's not set. Make an offer. Loan. Fringe player. We can always... They're reluctant to... Okay. 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 Let's see. Let's bring him in, see what happens. I'm starting to get to that desperation point now where I'm just bringing players sight unseen. Okay. Want to sign. Infinity want to sign on loan. Okay, so he's... Wait, what? I'll have to let him go. Why? Is this the Scottish kid? Okay. I'm not even going to bother scouting him. This one's weird, surprising. Okay, let's try and bring him in on a... We'll just bring in players in now. I would be willing to consider... Okay, well, I have no ability to do anything about that. Yeah, I'm not going to proceed with that. They can have him. We're struggling to bring anybody in here. This is kind of becoming problematic. Hythe and Dibden. That's the team we're sharing the ground with at the moment. So that'll be interesting. All right. Hopefully some of these guys will start to come in and we can start evaluating them. Luke Clark plays both sides and he's quick, but that's all he's got. He can't pass. He can't do anything. Nope. Not interested. 50 best players in the world. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help me. Corcoran is out. Nice. What is the status of this guy? I mean, he's small, but he's pretty solid. Like, he's just, yeah. We'll keep him around for the season, but yeah, that's not really helpful. Hythe and Dibden. Okay. You've trained well. So we need to figure out here. Did any of those players actually come in? Like, what's the deal? Prince is happy to stay. There's nobody else interested in him. Squad depth. Okay. Tyreek Hunt. Yeah, you're not really setting the world on fire. Okay. Have we made an offer for this guy? Okay, we've made our offer for him. Is there anyone else in the squad? No. What happened to those guys we tried to get in on loan or on trial? Where did they go? Tried to get all those guys in. I don't know what happened to them. So he'll accept that, so that's good. Bryce rejects loan offer. Okay, so let's just try and bring him in on a whatever. Slightly, but feels there are currently more appealing options elsewhere. Far out, he's going to want a lot of dough. Start negotiations. No. Bro, are you are you high? Yeah. So we're now at that phase of the situation where players who are reasonable are basically out of our price range. So we'll have to, if we can't make it with this squad, I think we're kind of screwed. So if we don't go on a good run here and just start ripping off a bunch of wins, we're probably not going to get promoted. And we won't be able to, we don't have the financial muscle to compete. But is what it is. Hythe and Dibden. We need to. Well, we need to win every game, basically. We're we're starting to get into the part of the schedule now with better teams. So this could be a very painful experience for us. It's very unusual for us to have back-to-back training days like that. It's not very often you see that. Well, I can make whatever offers they want. I can't afford them. Unlikely to improve. I just don't see us needing that, to be honest. I don't think we need that kind of a player. Yeah, like we've got in the next week, we have 3 games against clubs that are in and around us. So we'll either be yeah, I'll probably do this for another 20 minutes or half an hour or so. I think we'll see. What about yourself? You didn't say how your earbuds went there, Tony. Yeah, we could be very, very middle of the pack if we don't grab a win here. So are these the first earbuds you've ever had? Did you get a new phone or something? Did they come with the Samsung, or you just buy the earbuds? Okay. I'm trying to think. Are those the little sort of are they the little kind of ones that look like a bean or something? They kind of look like a bean. We're the favorites. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, yeah. And how do you find them? I as I've used my AirPods for years. I'm on my second set of AirPods now. I had the original AirPods when they came out, and then I upgraded. Actually, Zach for my birthday bought me a new set of AirPods, the most recent whatever generation of the AirPods, 3rd generation or whatever, not the Pros. I don't. The noise canceling and all that stuff doesn't interest me. I'm not. Oh, right. Okay. So, not a huge audiophile. Then you don't have super expensive headset kind of thing. Ubi training report. Yeah, no, my AirPods, after the amount of time that I've had them for, the battery in one of the ears started to go and all kinds of stuff, so it was easier just to get new ones. And then it was my birthday, and Zach grabbed me the new ones for my birthday, which was nice. Santoro is not required. Right. Do it. Yep. Nope. We're not using cautious mentality. Nope. Yeah. Okay, so Santoro's injured. Might bring Brennan in there. Okay. Well, I think we'll have to hope for the best on this one. Yeah, I've always had a lot of good headphones over the years. I've always kind of, I'm not a huge audiophile. Like, I don't really care, but I've always had pretty good headphones. So going back 15, 16 years, I bought the what was that? I bought the Beats by Dre Detox original big heavy cans. And they were awesome. And I had those for a long time. Oh, nice goal. I had those for a very long time, those Beats by Dre's, until I'd worn them for so many years on the computer that they just broke. They fell apart. The metal gave way and everything. I replaced the ear cups multiple times. Oh, penalty. So that was those, but I've always had other sets. I've had different kinds of smaller Beats headsets that I've always had kicking around for different purposes. And then I had the in-ears. I had a couple of sets of the Beats in-ears over the years, and then I must be 5+ years ago then, I switched to the AirPods, and those are pretty good. I think these that I'm wearing here, these Black Sharks, these Razer Black Sharks, I actually quite like them. I actually think they're pretty decent headphones for what they are, but it's the first set of headphones I've owned that I would consider to be cheap, or inexpensive. I mean, these are 110, 120 bucks or whatever. Because they're not wireless. So, yeah. So that's kind of the first. Razer for me are really kind of hit or miss. Yeah, Razer are kind of hit or miss for me. These Black Sharks, I saw a lot of reviews on them, and the reviews were all super positive. And so I was kind of like, well, I needed headphones. I needed them quickly. These were, oh, nice, cool. These were, like I said, they were reviewed well. They were cheap and they were available. And on the day that I wanted them, which was like a Sunday or something, they were at a JB Hi-Fi. So that was good. And then I always use Razer mice. The one time I didn't use a Razer mouse, it turned into a gong show. The buttons broke. So, is that another penalty? Surely not. Wow. Okay, it is. So this is the Viper 8K mouse, and I like the Razer 8K, I like the Razer Viper historically because they are ambidextrous, and I'm left-handed. And I'm also left-handed. I've heard it, which is really fun. I've heard it referred to as left-handed orthodox. So, that means that I use my left hand, but I use the buttons in the normal left-right configuration. So, yeah, I'm what's referred to as left-handed orthodox when it comes to my mouse. Let's get leg off. We'll do this as an inverted wing back. We need to make one more substitution to kind of rest somebody. Let's rest Gravita. Let's drop down to a balanced mentality. Let's out of possession. Let's slow the tempo down, waste a bit of time. We'll go to short passes. Yeah, so I'm left-handed orthodox on a mouse, so I need the side buttons on both sides. And this the Razer Viper does that. I could go with a wireless. I'm not a huge fan of wireless peripherals. I know lots of people love them, but I kind of don't. I'm always sort of more. I don't mind wires. Like I have a mouse cord bungee and stuff, and for streaming, wired headphones are better. Because I can plug it into my Go XLR. I don't get any latency or anything. So that suits me to the ground. So I'm happy with the Razer. That was a good win for us. We needed that victory. Yeah, I don't worry. Like, I'm not good enough at things like Warzone and stuff. Oh, okay. They've rejected my offer. What offer did I make? Let's try and loan him. Let's make him a fringe player. First team commitments. Okay. What do we know about you? Yeah, so I'm not a good enough Warzone player that like a couple milliseconds of input latency is going to hurt me that much. Like, it's really not. He plays right. He's a right-footed player. Leg is shit. I might actually just take a punt and try and buy him. See what happens. Okay, Hassel is injured. Oh, come on, man. Just going through it now with the injuries. Dankwa is on form. He was good. Okay, they all get a day off being part-time players. Yeah, what I do like about this mouse, though, is that the 8K polling is actually pretty solid. And so it is really super smooth when you use it. So, but what's interesting, you can't really see it on the camera. But you can see I've used this mouse so much now that there's a groove that's literally worn into the side of the mouse. There's a small one on the other side as well. But so I may have to replace this before Razer replace it, because they did the new Viper Pro or whatever they're calling it, and it's not ambidextrous, which is not great for me. Wow, he's a big lad. 2 meters tall. And he can jump. That would certainly help our issues if he wasn't like elephant feet. That might help us. I had a Corsair, and the Corsair was the one that broke. I have a picture of it on Twitter somewhere. Oh well. Where, because of the nature of the mouse that I was using, the buttons are not, the triggers are not buttons. They're all part of molded plastic that go over the whole body of the mouse. And there's an articulation point of plastic. And so over time, clicking the mouse triggers weaken the plastic, and the plastic triggers sheared off. It's crazy. The pictures I posted, I bought it from M-Wave, and I have a friend who works there, and I bought it from there, and I didn't mention it to him until after, but they took it, they looked at it and went, okay, yeah, no, that's not ideal, and they refunded it. They offered me a replacement or a full refund, and so they gave me a full refund on the mouse, and that's when I bought this one. So yeah, I think I'll get another one though. I think I'll get a spare in case Razer does something stupid, like discontinue this one or something. Or worse, come out with a new version that's terrible. There are some things I would like. I like the Viper, but I'd like the hump to be a bit higher because I have a slightly bigger hand. So I'd like a slightly bigger hump, but I'm not. Yeah, IQ software is utter garbage. Razer Synapse is not a lot better. Yeah, Razer Synapse is not a whole lot better. I gotta be honest. Trained at club. Scouting is finished. Normally, like I wouldn't use Razer Synapse, but you kind of have to. So, yeah, the problem with Logitech is that they don't really make ambidextrous mice either. Not of their top tier mice. Because they're all their mice are all focused around how light they are. And so, to get the weight, they just basically they don't to help it make weight, they don't include stuff like the side buttons because it's just extra mass inside the mouse, right? So for people like me who are left-handed, kind of sucks to be us, basically. So I might grab one of these if I can. It's one of those ones where excuse me. It's one of those ones where if I could see it on on sale for Black Friday, I might like grab one or two of them. Yeah, he's not good enough. He doesn't want to come loan to us. Do I want to buy him? Yes. Okay. Yep. Nope. Team selection. Where are we at with our health? Everybody's relatively healthy except Hassel. Let's bring in Santoro to that role. Scott is tired. Taylor is tired. Hessian Harris, maybe? Question mark? He's still fine. He's going to play Hessian Harris for Scott. Okay, sounds like a play. I'm actually tempted to play Luby out here on an inverted winger position, but we'll roll the dice and see how we go. Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk him. Okay. Let's go. Go run it back with more or less the same team who got us here last game. Get Taylor out of the team. That's pretty mean. Okay. I've looked at a lot of those kind of incremental upgrades over the last few weeks, actually. Ooh, that was a nice shot. Like I looked at, new mouse and a few other things, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. I think I'm going to do a more significant upgrade. I'm going to do a more significant upgrade to the setup before too long. I'm not sure what I'll do. I'm tempted to do a new desk setup. Like I have the way my desk is set up at the moment, I have two desks that are exactly the same, and they're in a sort of an L shape. But I find that because of the shape, I'm not using a lot of the space, and the size of the desks make it that it's kind of the way it is. So I'm tempted to do something a little different. Tax return. No, I don't. I don't worry about tax and stuff. If I want to drop like $1,500 or whatever. Ooh. Oh, he's getting it red. Off you go. If I want to, spend some money on the setup, I will. Like I don't really need to worry about that too much. So Eglin is playing poorly. Go be better. Let's go attack, maybe. Let's leave it alone for now. He was offside anyway. We'll give Eglin and Gravita. Bert is injured. Okay, so Brennan is going to have to come on in an inverted winger on attack. Taylor is zonked, so he's going to have to come out. And Gravita is playing like ass. So let's do that. So yeah, if I need to spend like $1,500 or whatever on the setup, I just will. Like I'm not too fussed by that. But it shouldn't cost that much. It should be a couple $100 for a desk. Yeah. It's offside. If we can't break down 10 men. Oh, shit. Cancel. What were we doing? Are you joking? Did we just what happened? So that was a good stop. Oh, yeah, nice play. What a goof. That's terrible, man. This is one of those games where computer says no, right? We're the better team. We've been better the whole game. And the FM engine has just decided we're not going to win. Oh. A draw. Can you believe it? So we've gone to attacking. Oh, shut the front door. Oh. Hamworthy have just been FM'd. Oh, that's kind of gross. Oh no, did he get sent off as well? Come on, Danquah, bury it, buddy. We need this win. Of course not. This game, man. It's doing my head in. Like, I don't even know what that was. Just play out the clock, man. Excellent. That was a strange victory. Yeah, we'll take that one. But yeah, I think what we'll do. So what I was thinking of doing was getting a 2 meter long sort of bench here, a solid wood bench, and I'll probably go to a 3 or 4 monitor setup. I'm looking at a 4K 160 hertz main panel and sort of retire my 1440. And then I was thinking of when I go to the bigger bench, I'll move the key light over and I'll get another key light to the side. And I'm even thinking, I have my cameras really good. My Sony EV10. It's really good. It's a really good camera. But I'm thinking of just using that for just camera stuff and then getting like an Elgato face cam or something for a couple $100 and just using that for stream and then using this camera for shooting proper video. So there's a few things I'm looking at doing. And then I'm tempted to get like a Wave XLR and the new Wave DX mic and stuff. Like, so that's one thing. And then I'm partially like half tempted to get a new PC as well. Okay, he's not interested. Snellus is coming in on trial. Bert is out for 3 to 4 weeks, so that sucks ass. Dankwa Inspires. He's been good lately. Yeah, I have a 1440p 165 hertz Dell monitor. What I game on. He doesn't want to come, eh? Okay. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna play this next game because we're in good form and we need the wins. So I really like this Dell. It's a good screen, but I really want 4K. So I have a 4K monitor to my left, but it's only 60 hertz. So you really can't game on it. I gotta play this game because this wouldn't matter so much. I think Zach and Harriet have given me their cold. So that's kind of ass. So yeah, it's okay for like it's an LG, my 4K. It's a fantastic looking display, but you can't really game on it because you need a higher resolution, higher speed. So, but the 4K monitor that I want is like $900. So that's kind of like, that's a lot of extra cash for that. And then I think the AMD, the new Zen 4, I think AMD have made a colossal blunder with their pricing. It's not so much the Zen processors themselves are overpriced. They run really hot by all accounts, which, good AIO, you sort of can maybe get past that a little bit, but they run a bit warm. You're too slow. Not interested. So, yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. What's that one? The PG PG27 PG279QM. Oh, okay, so that's the Rogue. Man, that's a pretty serious monitor. Wow. Like, holy crow. That's a $1,600 1440p monitor. It doesn't get very good reviews on Artings ratings or whatever you call it. It's Artings, I guess. Gets pretty average reviews. PC Case Gear is selling it for $1,400. That's a 240 hertz. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. It's already been discontinued. I don't know if I'd be buying a display that's already been discontinued. Do you have monthly staff meeting? Do you have any no, we'll keep Kant around. Yeah, you can all go on the list. Yeah, so the PG279Q, I just checked on PC Case Gear, and they're saying it's discontinued. Well, that's the QM. Let's see. So just the Q. That one's okay. That one's only, yeah, I don't know, on PC Case Gear. So it's $1,000 here. And yeah, it's been discontinued. Like, I wouldn't buy a discontinued monitor. Oh, shit, that's not ideal. What's going on here? We're the subject of a takeover bid. Uh-oh. Joey Edgar is looking to sell the club. Okay. That's not ideal. I think because our financial situation for the club is so poor, we're in that whole takeover mode where they'll make us the subject of a takeover. The new owners will come in and they'll wipe out the debt. So, like, we're 80 grand in the hole. We're probably going to be even worse off. Okay. I might let that one slide. I don't think we're going to make many changes if we don't have to. Yeah, so that monitor you want, I wouldn't be buying a discontinued monitor if it were me. What's the Alienware one? That one's pretty good. I don't know if that's discontinued. what is that one? The Alienware 27. Is that the AW 21D? Is that the one? How much is that one? Where's Dell? Why is it so hard? Where is that? Come on, Dell. Dell's website's gone stupid. Yeah. Keen for column to return. Hey. Dankwa and Hassel have made it in. Okay, so he's still out for another week or so. He's still out for a few weeks. And they're just kind of kicking around the fringes a bit. Zibit. Where's this Dell? Why are you not going? Where's Dell.com? Dell's website's not really working, which isn't ideal. Let's see if I switch off. Yeah, no, it's Dell. Dell's website's gone poop. Oh well. The monitor that Iron has, which is the 27-inch Alienware, that's a solid monitor. What is it? Let's look it up here. 27 1440p. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. It's the 2721D, the AW2721D. I think that's the one. Where are the specs? It's yeah, I think that's the one. 240 hertz. That would be, for me, that would be the move if I was going to buy that at that. But it's still, that's $1,300, right? You could probably get that cheap. You just have to wait for Dell to do a sale in Australia, and you're usually good. They're usually pretty good about that sort of thing. I think, depending on what happens in this match, I might play a friendly if in here somewhere if we don't win. The other thing I would say is, like, for the games that you play, right? Which I think is, like, you play a bit of Warzone and stuff. Does your PC get anything like 250 frames? You know, if you're not getting anything like 250 frames, then you kind of like have to ask yourself, why would I want a 240 hertz monitor or 260 or whatever you know it would be? So if you're getting 150, like, which is not, I mean, that's good performance, right? If you're getting 150 frames, a 240 hertz monitor isn't going to do anything for you. Like, you're never going to get up to, you're never going to get up to using it. So you may as well just get a 1440p 165 hertz screen. Like this Dell one that I have. Where is it? Dell.com. I mean, it's a pretty solid screen. Where is it? Dell 27. Huh. What happened? Where is it? Have they refreshed all their monitors or something? $27. Yeah, they must have refreshed their monitors. That's pretty odd. What is this? 27. $165. What is this? How many? What? Oh, that's a 1080p monitor. You don't want that. Huh. Looks like Dell have changed their monitors. What's this one? Yeah, that's not it. Where are we at here? So I had a 27-inch flat. Oh, there, this one. This is mine. Holy crow, that's very expensive. This is the one that I have. So this is a 1440. So this is 1440, 165 hertz. And I paid $380 for it. I actually bought two. You can get this on sale all the time for under $400. If you saw this on under $400, you would, in my opinion, you would be crazy not to buy this monitor. If you were looking for a 1440p reasonable refresh rate machine like monitor, you would be mental not to buy this at that price. It is a solid monitor. But you got to get it at under $400. And then if you don't, there's other monitors you can get that are sub $400 for 1440. Like if you're only getting 150 FPS anyway, there's no point buying a 240 hertz monitor. You're never going to use it. Like you're just not. You're never getting the performance out of it. So you're just kind of wasting your money, right? Like, why do you need a screen that refreshes 240 times a second if your frames are only 150 frames a second, right? You'd be much better off saving the money, getting a screen that does 165 hertz, right? So you just pay less and get the same resolution. There's no point. Like even, if I went to Like if I bought a 4090, I would probably, with a 4090, when Modern Warfare 2 comes, I will probably get 300 frames. Okay, so then it makes sense, right? But like for Warzone, you're never going to get anything like that. Like you wouldn't on a high end overclock card at 1080p, but you're throwing money at the lowest the display, right? Your display just needs to be good to look at. It doesn't need to be spectacular, especially if you're not going to use the performance. Okay, so Bert is injured. We'll keep those guys the same. We now need somebody out there on the right. Who are these people seem to play out there? Jonathan Jones. Okay. Jonathan Jones. Okay, bud. It's your time to shine. We'll get Canton as a substitute. And if you can't do it, I have Brennan who can come on there. And Hassel should be ready to come back. Okay. All right. Yeah. Again, I think if you're interested, hey, we're wearing our gold kit again. Love the gold kit. If your goal is to get good value for money, then don't buy something you probably aren't ever going to need. Ooh, our goalie just kind of didn't do anything on that one. I mean, if you see yourself doing a PC upgrade in the next year and going to like a higher end 40 series card or an RDNA 3 card, then you could probably make an argument that a high speed monitor, like a high speed, like 240 hertz plus, makes a lot of sense. But if you're not, easy goal for them. Easy peasy for them. This Braithwaite guy, we've played him before with his mohawk, and he's hurt us once or twice before, but not for this team. Somewhere else. I like their kit though. That purple is nice. So yeah, we weren't very good. So Jones, awful as expected. Leg, terrible as usual. Okay, let's just play and see what happens for a little bit here. And we'll get up to the 60-minute mark, and if not, we'll just make some substitutions. Okay. All right. Substitution o'clock. So leg is terrible. So we'll bring Corcoran on for him. Jones has been, as expected, woeful. So we'll bring him on there as an inverted winger. And Hassel has been patently unimpressive. So let's do that. And now we demand more. We're going to lose, aren't we? Yep. Just haven't haven't looked like even having a chance in this game. We haven't looked at all like we wanted to score. Who? What? What was that? Okay, so this is actually their highlight, not ours. Okay, perfect. Just needed to know. So all of that stuff that was in the lead up to this was them to do that. I think that'll do for today. That was an uninspired effort. And instead of taking our chance to move up, we took our chance to go sideways. We blew our game in hand, basically. So, nice. Good job, team. Yeah, I'm gonna go as well, Tony. I've had enough for today. This stream has been, from a gaming perspective, has been impressively frustrating. The results have been infuriating, is a nice way to describe it. Very inconsistent. Not quite sure why sometimes the game does that to you, but it does. Anyway, thank you to everyone who stopped by today. There were lots of you. We had Andrew drop by for a bit. We had Gita drop in. We had a whole bunch of people come in and say howdy doody. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate it as always. And we should be back tomorrow for another sort of 2 or 3 hours. So thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow.